Hey, what's good guys? Welcome back to Devil May Cry Peak of Combat. In this video, as promised, we're going to do a deep dive on Alpha and Omega Virgil. I haven't really had a lot of hands-on time with him. I've been extremely busy lately, and yeah, I played through the Hunter tutorial. I played through a little bit of his story and some of his story challenges, and I'm gonna just say it, I suck right now. I don't really understand the character fully yet. I haven't had a lot of time with him, but I think it's good that I do this video because the deep dive will help me understand the Hunter a bit better, and we could kind of figure out what he's all about. So as usual, we will just get started, and if you guys see my last video, I was able to obtain him pretty quickly. I was pretty lucky. I got his exclusive weapon, currently just sitting at 1 copy of each. I don't really know if I'm going to go beyond that this time. Yeah, it's I'm not really sure. I have a feeling that they're gonna probably do like SDT Dante next, so we'll see. But for now, let's just go through the passives and see what he can do. So as usual, we're just gonna start all the way back at B, just to because whenever you pull them, you start at S, but it's always good to just check, you know, what he starts with. So, actually, you know what? I kind of wanted to do something different this time. Based on my last video, when we were going through his skills, I just wanted to quickly read through his skills. It's something I actually don't usually do in my deep dive reviews and analysis reviews of these hunters. So, I just want to check things out. So like, cause yeah, when I played with him in the Hunter tutorial and the story mode, I was fumbling controls. I didn't really know what I was doing. He's definitely got a more of a complicated kit to him than the standard Hunter, which is good, but it definitely had me a little bit lost. So yeah, he's got his normal combo A, which is just standard 4 basic attacks. And quickly attack with Scabbard and combine it with horizontal slash inflicting 959% ice damage. That's a lot. So definitely want to invest in or stack your ice damage on this guy from the looks of it. Combo B is 2 attacks, pause, and then another basic attack. Quickly attack with Scabbard with the last hit knocking targets airborne, inflicting 230.9% ice damage. So you can see in the video, it's kind of weird that it says knocking targets airborne. It doesn't look like it does. It just kind of knocks them back. So, all right, combo C. Again, it's 3 basics, pause, and then a 4th basic. And this is where you get his rapid slash. Yeah, and I believe if you keep mashing the button, he'll continue to do more and more slashes. So that also does a lot of ice damage, as you can see. Huge percentages there. Obviously, this is great, does good damage, but it leaves you vulnerable and it keeps you stationary, so gotta pick the right time to do something like that. Aerial Rave A. Slash continuously while in the air, inflicting 512% ice damage. So that's just jumping in the air and spamming your basic attacks. Aerial Rave B, performing a high-speed spin in the air before slashing down, inflicting 717. So this one you hit twice in the air, pause, and then you hit your basic attack again to do the spin, and then another time to slash the enemy downwards. Deadly Slash. While Sin Devil Trigger is active, basic attacks will be replaced with Deadly Slash, inflicting 1,836% ice damage. While Sin Devil Trigger is active, basic attacks will be replaced with Deadly Slash. Yeah, okay, so your basic attacks are now STT'd up. So they're just buffed basic attacks pretty much. Okay, moving on to our style skill or secondary attack. Or sorry, no, I got that wrong. This is just a secondary attack. So if you tap and hold the basic attack button, he'll do his upper slash, and then into an aerial cleave. So if you hold the button while on the ground, he'll bring him up into the upper slash. When you hold the basic attack button in the air, he'll bring him down on that aerial cleave. Rise up while attacking nearby targets, inflicting 360% ice damage. Mercilessly slash downward, inflicting 1051% ice damage. So this is probably going to be a really good attack here, because that's a lot of ice damage percent on, as you can see, a really quick single attack that can be basically spammed pretty quickly. So that's really good to know. Evasion jump, we got our standard jump. He has a double jump or a trick up, dash, and then if you hold the dash button, he has his teleport or a trick. Mark an enemy with your summoned sword, then close the distance between you by moving at high speed. So it's actually a little bit different with AOV, I noticed. Other characters like EJ, LS, GS, like all the recent hunters, if you hold the dodge button, they'll just teleport right to the enemy. Whereas he kind of does a little bit of a phase dash thing. So it's not instant, it's still quick, but it's not instant like the other characters. Just something I noticed. Enemy step, standard with every hunter. And let's see what his passive is. When extreme evasion or extreme leap is triggered, gain 100 MP. So that's kind of interesting, because a lot of people are actually complaining that he doesn't have an extreme evasion or an extreme leap, sorry. When the enemy, or wait, am I confusing this? No, when the enemy turns red and you jump, that's an extreme leap, right? I believe it's not working right now. So whether it's unintentional or intentional, don't know yet. But it looks like he should get MP on an extreme leap or an extreme evasion. So, but it doesn't seem like the extreme leap's working. So don't know about that one. QTE, he has like a ninja kick. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you could tell it kind of sets him up for his aerial cleave, which is good because that's a strong attack. So going from his QTE right into his aerial cleave is probably huge. Triggers when target's chilled, sluggish, affected by ice pen, slowed, knocked airborne, or eliminated by hunter of the identical type. Kick into the battlefield, inflicting 1,000, almost 2,000 ice damage. So that combined with the aerial cleave downwards right afterwards, that's some pretty huge ice damage percentage. You know, I'm actually kind of annoyed at myself that I haven't read these skill trees on the other hunter deep dive reviews I've done, because these actually give you a lot of good information as to what the hunter can do, and I've never considered it. So this is really good. Okay, now we're on to his style skill. So Mirage Edge combo. Using the Mirage Edge to slash at targets, inflicting 844% ice damage. While Sin Devil Trigger is active, the last strike turns into a double stab. So using the Mirage Edge to slash at targets, ice damage. While Sin Devil Trigger is active, the last strike turns into a double stab. Hitting a target with Mirage Edge combo grants swiftness. I guess we'll find out what swiftness does soon. Blade slash, forming a tornado using both blades, continuously inflicting like 450% ice damage. So this is a move that I was frequently using in my hunter tutorial and my story gameplay and challenges, because I didn't really know how to rip the shields off flying enemies any quicker than just doing this attack. So still, like I said, still really early. I don't really have a proper first impressions or hands-on with AOV yet. That will be another video once, you know, I become a little more better with him anyways. But yeah, this seemed like the go-to for ripping shields off. I hope there's a better way, because I had to do it quite a few times, like 3 or 4 times, just to rip a single flyer's shield off. So maybe there's better ways. Maybe I'm probably just playing the hunter wrong. But next one's Rapid Slash. So consume 1 swiftness. Oh, okay, I get it now. So he actually has like charges, and I guess they call it swiftness. So as you get swiftness, okay, so when you hit them with, let me see, hitting a target with Mirage Edge combo grants swiftness. So anytime you hit them with the Mirage Edge, you'll get a stack of, or a charge of swiftness, and every time you have swiftness, you can consume the swiftness charge by just using your basic attack, which gives you rapid slash. So consume 1 swiftness to rush forward, slashing all along the way, inflicting 400% ice damage. Use rapid slash to accumulate voidness. So yeah, so he actually has 2 gauges. So we're going to look into it after real quick. But yeah, he has like his MP, he has his swiftness charges, and then I guess he has his voidness, which is like a charge meter. So he's got a lot going on. When voidness is full, consume all voidness to perform a powerful slash that can shatter dimensions, opening a rift to pull targets in. All right, that's pretty cool. So he has an attack that sucks enemies inwards. That's pretty good. Opening a rift to pull targets in. You know, I really should have read this and done this deep dive before I did the hunter tutorial and the story. It would have cleared up a lot of confusions I had. Inflicting 2,400 percent ice damage. That's a lot. When Sin Devil trigger is active, unleash additional void slash. Again, this shit happens to me every time. I knew it was coming this time too. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Holy shit. Okay, so when voidness is full, consume all voidness to perform a powerful slash. So when he's in his Sin Devil trigger and you do this, unleash additional void slash. So it does it twice, I guess. That's pretty cool. Void Judgment Cut. Man, this guy has everything. When Sin Devil trigger is active, right after a rapid slash, tap. Okay, let me read this. When Sin Devil trigger is active, right after a rapid slash, tap the basic attack button right when Sin Devil trigger materializes to activate additional void slash. Let's see. Not sure I quite understand based on what the video is showing, but we'll figure it out. Tap the attack button the moment void slash unleashes to activate another void slash. Yeah, we're gonna have to practice this one. I don't really understand what it's saying. When Sin Devil trigger is active, right after a rapid slash, tap the basic attack button right when Sin Devil trigger materializes to activate additional void slash. Tap the attack button the moment void slash unleashes to activate another void slash, inflicting a total of 550% ice damage. Alright, I'm gonna have to play with that one. I'm not really sure what it looks like. But, alright. Trigger unlock A, passive skill. Continuously activate rapid slash to accumulate voidness. So, in order to do rapid slash, you need to have, what's it called? You need to have, what the fuck? What do they call it? Swiftness. So what they're saying is continuously activate rapid slash. So in order to activate rapid slash, you need charges of swiftness to accumulate voidness. Each time rapid slash hits a target, gain 1 stack of ice steed, increasing ice damage by 5%, can stack up to 3 times and last 15 seconds. Hitting a target with void slash also grants ice steed and applies a 5% ice pen for the next 15 seconds. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so these are going to be unlocked. Okay, yeah, look. So we unlock this passive at S+, and we unlock this passive at SS. So when Sin Devil trigger is active, hitting a target with void slash will lock the target in place. Gain 150 MP when sheathing. While Sin Devil Trigger is active, heal for 10% max HP after sheathing. Cannot control shielded or overly powerful enemies. Okay. And then at SS, raise the max stacks for swiftness to 5. Alright, so that's a big deal. Very similar to LS, where his Void Slash, instead of giving 1 charge, gives 2. Same situation here. Moving your swiftness from 3 charges to 5 is a pretty big deal, because that means you'll be able to do more rapid slashes. Increases the number of swiftness gained after hitting a target with Mirage Edge. Okay, so same as LS. So when you probably hit them with the Mirage Edge, you're probably getting 2 stacks instead of 1. That's a big deal. So SS already sounds like the rank you wanna hit with AOV. Increase the number of swiftness gained after hitting a target with Mirage Edge combo. Raise the max stacks for Ice Steed to 5 and Ice Pen to 2. So yeah, SS is probably where you want to be to be the most effective with this hunter. Ultimate skill, Sin Devil Trigger. Hold the ultimate skill button to exhaust your MP and convert it to Sin MP, which, if full, continue holding to activate Sin Devil Trigger. When Sin Devil Trigger is active, gain a massive dominant form and a 20% decrease in damage taken and increase skill damage by 25%. The last strike of Deadly Slash will cause damage over time that equals to 20% attack for the next 5 seconds. Dang, like, the last strike of Deadly Slash will cause damage over time that equals 20% attack for the next 5 seconds. So it's a damage over time equal to 20%. That's huge. Jeez. Okay, so that's his ultimate, going Sin Devil Trigger. And then Trigger Rush. Spread those devil wings and dash toward a target, inflicting a total of, oh my god, almost 15,000% ice damage. Costs 1,000 MP. So that's absurd, because it's basically LS's Deep Stinger on steroids. So it does the same thing. It pulls in enemies. You're able to be mobile. I don't know if you can still be hit or not during the animation. I'll have to test that one. But yeah, MP regain or MP regen is going to be a big deal just because of this here alone. Yeah, this here alone is a big deal. You're going to basically want to figure out what attacks give him MP the quickest. And this is what you're going to want to be spamming a lot, because that's crazy right there. Let's see. At SSS, the last strike of Trigger Rush has a 100% crit rate. Oh my god. And lowers target's defense by 15% for the next 15 seconds. So if you plan to get this guy to triple S rank, you don't even need to build crit rate into him. Stack as much crit damage as possible, because so right now we're looking at MP regen and crit damage, because if he's guaranteed a crit rate in his last strike of this Trigger Rush ultimate, which already does absurd ice damage, that is going to be some huge damage, and you don't have to worry about building crit rate because you're guaranteed a crit on that last hit. So the more crit damage you have, that is going to be explosive damage. So let's see here at EX. When Sin Devil Trigger is active, continuously gain MP. Oh my god. After Trigger Rush. Oh wait, no, I read that wrong. So when Sin Devil Trigger is active, continuously gain MP. After Trigger Rush, gain an increase in power, ignoring 50% of target's defense, raising crit rate to 100%, and attacks will inflict multiple hits of damage for the next 40 seconds. That is just busted right there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Ignoring 50% of a target's defense, raising crit rate to 100%. So we're not even dealing with the last hit being a 100% crit rate anymore. We're dealing with him just blatantly having a 100% crit rate for a certain amount of time and ignoring 50% of their defense. and continuously gaining MP so he can spam this trigger rush over and over. He's LS on steroids. That's insane. So passive skill at SS plus, when Sin Devil Trigger is active, increase crit rate and crit damage. Oh my god. So now he's buffing. Oh my god. So at yo, this is crazy. So at SS plus next level, when Sin Devil Trigger is active, increase crit rate and crit damage by 50%. So not only he's getting like 100% crit rate if you get him to EX, but now he's getting passives that increases crit damage on top of the cards. If you build towards crit damage on his cards, this guy's gonna be so strong. That is crazy. So geez, we're already at the 20-minute mark, guys. I hope you're still with me here. I think reading a lot of these skills actually probably already went through a lot of his passives, but we're still gonna do it. Let me just go back to the main so I don't have to reconnect again here. I'll just move around. Okay, so now we're getting to... We haven't even got to his weapon yet. Alright, let's check out what his passives do. So, yeah, reading through his skills, this guy seems absurd already. B, Mirage Edge combo can accumulate swiftness, which is used to activate Rapid Slash. Okay, we already read through that in his skills, so we know that. A, when Sin Devil Trigger is active, increase crit rate and crit damage by 25%. We know that. Continuously activate Rapid Slash to accumulate Voidness. Each time Rapid Slash hits a target, gain 1 stack of Ice Steed, increasing ice damage by 5%. Can stack up to 3 times. Okay, so we already read this in his skills. S plus, when Sin Devil Trigger is active, hitting a target with Void Slash. Okay, so you know what? We actually kind of already read all of this in his skills. Maybe this is how I should have been doing my deep dive videos before, because literally we can go through all his attacks and see videos of the attacks, and it goes through all the passives at each rank anyways, because we've already read through all of these in his skill. When Sin Devil Trigger is active, yeah, we've already read through what all of these do in his skills. The last strike of Trigger Rush has 100% crit. SSS plus, when Sin Devil Trigger is... Okay, I didn't see this one. When Sin Devil Trigger is active, increase crit rate and crit damage by 75%. Guys, this is absurd. So, oh my god. So he's getting a 75% crit damage increase through his own passive. And then when you put crit damage cards on him, you can get absurd amounts of crit damage when you combine the card crit damage and his passive crit damage. And then with EX, you're running at a crit rate of 100% and ignoring 50% of target's defense. I don't even know what to say. Like, on paper, he sounds absurdly broken as you rank him up, and he probably just does absolutely absurd damage when you're doing his trigger rush. Holy. Alright, let's jump into his weapon, his exclusive. So what's his exclusive do? For level 1, increase overall damage by 10%. When Alpha and Omega enters battle for the first time, gain 50% MP. So this is nice. So when you get his weapon to 1 star, you get 20% to overall damage, but you also start every round at 100% MP. So you're able to basically go Sin Devil Trigger at the start of every battle almost instantly, except for the build-up time it takes to transform. From what I read, it sounded like anyways. And then 2 star. When Alpha and Omega activates Trigger Rush, convert 50% of MP consumed to Sin MP. So now you're extending his Sin Devil Trigger mode. Wow. It's converting 50% of MP consumed to Sin MP. So, yeah, that's a win-win. And I can only assume that level 2, well, we're going to go to the vault because it shows me what a maxed out version it looks like. Oh, yeah. Here. So at max, yeah, I assumed it was going to be 100%. So once you get him to 3-star exclusive weapon, when Alpha and Omega activates Trigger Rush, convert 100% of MP consumed to Sin MP. Crazy. And then his last 4-star, when Sin Devil Trigger is active, Alpha and Omega's Void Slash gains a Godly Calm effect. Raise swiftness to... Wait, what? When Sin Devil Trigger is active. So remember, when you get his weapon to 1-star, we start the game at 100% MP, which gets us to SDT at the beginning of the round instantly. When you activate Sin Devil Trigger, you get this buff, Godly Calm, which also raises your swiftness to max. So now you start the round at max MP, you can turn into STT right at the round start, and you have access to, if you have him EX'd, you have access to 5 Rapid Slash. But it says here, Rapid Slash costs no swiftness for 5 seconds. Bro, yo, it just gets crazier and crazier the more I read his shit. Basically, so it's gonna increase your swiftness charges to max, but for the first 5 seconds you don't consume anything. So basically at the start of every game you just start, transform, and spam Rapid Slash for 5 seconds. And then during this time, gain 1 stack of Extremist. Each time Rapid Slash... Dude, it's just getting crazier. Gain 1 stack of Extremist each time Rapid Slash hits a target, increasing overall damage by 5% for the next 30 seconds, and can stack up to 10 times. Yo. So you're getting 50% overall damage increase for the next 30 seconds every time you hit him with Rapid Slash when you get that 1 stack of Extremist. That can stack up 10 times. Godly Calm can only trigger once every 60 seconds. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. And that's actually crazy how you get access to this entire buff every minute. So that's absurd. I mean, I don't even really know what to say at this point. I mean, yeah, he's crazy. His 4-star weapon does crazy things. His EX rank does crazy things, especially notably the crit damage and his trigger rush attack, and ignoring 50% of their defense along with the crit damage. But his weapon even just does crazy things. You can picture it all in your head when all of these buffs come together. It's just going to be completely absurd. Easily probably the new best unit in the game. It seems like every new hunter that comes out seems to be replacing each other. But, you know, at the same time, it's good to see because, you know, SDT, Virgil, or AOV, however you want to call it, should be, you know, the meta in the current game with the type of character he is. And if SDT Dante comes out next, I feel like they should be on par with each other, just in their own unique ways, because that would set the game straight. I mean, both SDT versions should be the best units in the game, and they should be similar in what they do, but kind of have their own uniqueness to it. That's what I'm hoping anyways. Alright guys, this has already been a 28-minute video. Hopefully you guys stuck through it all. Crazy Hunter. I'm going to have to play around with him a lot more and get good, so to speak. I got to figure out what works, do a lot of testing. He's definitely more complicated than other hunters, so I need some time to just play around with him, figure him out, and let you guys know. I don't know yet how far I'm going to take this hunter. I don't want to feed into the whole, you know, the game's not really releasing anything new in terms of content aside from the hunters, and I don't want to just keep getting hunters to do what content with, right? It just doesn't really make sense. So as much as it sounds fun to get this guy maxed out, and he would be a blast to play as, and he would probably completely bust the game, I just don't really have a purpose to do it when there's really no content. I really wish we could replay Realms That would be extremely fun to go back and do Realms content with new teams and new hunters, because I beat Realms a long time ago with older teams and older hunters, so it'd be great if I can go back and redo Realms with new hunters. That would be tons of great new content. Unfortunately, lazy devs don't let us do this shit, so don't know what to say on that front, guys. But alright, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys' support. Let me know if you guys take this guy all the way to the top and see, and let me know how he performs. From what it sounds like, he's busted, but definitely confirm that for me in the comments below, guys. Alright, I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.